Okay, so we have here a 2007 6-speed 4.0 Toyota Tacoma, and I am doing a spark plug change. Figured some of y'all might find this useful, so why not? Just because I'm starting this video a little bit late, first thing I did was remove the engine cover that is normally up here with two 10mm bolts on these studs here. Mine is a little different because I have this aftermarket filter on it, so the second stud is not here, and it's a hole that goes down into the filter right there. So regardless, so first step, taking off the engine cover. Second step, I went ahead and undid the negative side on my battery. Third step, I went ahead and I removed my aftermarket filter. So here's mine. I removed it out of here just for ease of access. Not 1000% that you need to take it out yourself, but for me, I just figured why not. I also removed this bracket here that's holding the air filter onto the engine, and it was with that 10mm right there. That's one good thing about this job, is that it's a lot of 10mm stuff, which is very beneficial. You don't gotta switch a bunch of sockets and whatnot. Also, I went ahead, my plugs already had numbers on them, but I went ahead and rewrote the numbers on them just to make sure that even if they do start wearing away, I know which one is which. Don't want to deal with any of that nonsense, not knowing what goes where. I'm not the most versed on cars, so I'm an elevator guy that figured why not, I can do it. So next after that, I went ahead and removed all of these 10mm out from the injectors. I just broke them loose with my hand, loosened them up with the ratchet. Broke them loose with the ratchet, loosened them up with my hand. Yeah, they're all good. I also cleaned this area off as good as I could with my compressor, some towels and whatnot, before I went ahead and started removing any of this stuff, just to avoid getting any debris or whatnot in there. Another good thing to do, for me at least, is to make sure you clean all of your bolts and nuts whenever you're taking everything apart. So whenever I'm taking this stuff apart, I'm spraying it with WD-40 to make sure I don't get anything that cracks or goes wrong. Once again, something that I just do, just a recommendation. You don't have to do it. All right, so I'm on the passenger side right now, so you know. Another tip that I like to do whenever I'm working on stuff that I don't have a ton of experience with is I like to just take a picture of things before I take it all apart. So I am going to take a picture now, just for reasons unknown right now. I may need it, may not, but it's a good idea to have it. I'm gonna do one on this side, and I'll do one on the other side also. So your call, but something that I like to do. Okay, next step after you pull your coils out of there is to take, I have a 3/8 ratchet here, with a nice long extension and a 5/8 spark plug socket. Spark plug sockets I have are Duratec. This brand has always worked well for me. I have a lot of their stuff. They're ratcheting wrenches, different stuff like that. So yeah, I'll stick to it, what I know. Let me get in here and break one of these loose. It's hard to record and do the job at the same time, but we'll get it. Okay, here we go. Got it loosened. Taking it the rest of the way out. Now this socket should hold it. And bring it out with, but it did not. So let's see if it's still in there. All right, let's try that again. Nope, does not want to come out with it. Come on, baby. Nope. All right, let me go ahead and grab another tool. Magnet tool. Coming in handy again. Got her. As you can see, it's in pretty bad shape. No doubt about it. Here is the replacement that I went with. Supposed to be the same as the old. I like to try to keep it as close to factory as I can. And just to show you the old one, alright, let's pull that up. Look at that difference. Should really help my truck run better. Since these come pre-gapped, I don't have to worry about that. I already know that they are where they need to be. With that being said, bring them over here, come in there and feed them down in there as soft as I can. Let it drop in, there we go. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the other two over here. All right, as you can see, I've got all three new plugs dropped in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my socket that I was using, catch it on there, no ratchet on the end so I can feel it, make sure I'm not cross-threading anything. Get that thing started. Feel it going in there pretty good. That's what, we all know what, what I was gonna say next there. Okay, that should be started. Let me pull back and see. All right, we're started. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing over here and repeat the process on the third one. I'm making these clips short because I just want to get to the point and show you how to do it and not waste your time with the video. Hey. Okay, next step is to come in here with the torque wrench and torque these down to 14 foot-pounds. I know I'm gonna lose some of that with this extension, but get as close as I can. This is a recommendation from another guy I saw in here to throw a little bit of white lithium grease. I will mention that other creator's page. That way, if you need to figure out something else that I didn't show, you can watch his video, because I did notice a good difference here with the lithium grease. It just made everything a lot easier when I was sliding those coils back down on top of the spark plugs. So shout out to him for that. So this is number 3. So if I remember correctly, number 3 goes back here. But I'm gonna double check. So just drop each one back into the slot once you have your spark plugs installed and torqued back down to the proper spec for that crush washer in there. quick way that I like to clean out my threads is just to set the bolts up inside of a vise that I have handy. Take a wire brush, spray some WD-40, just give them a good scrub. Get all that nonsense out of those threads. Next, once you have all your bolts back in, you're going to want to go ahead and plug all of these back in. Do you hear that little click you heard there? There we go. And number 3. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and just tighten these up right back to snug pretty much. You do not want to over tighten these whatsoever. So back to your 10 mil, go ahead and retighten all these bolts back in. All right, next step for me here is just going to start putting my filter back together. Most of you guys are going to have a regular air filter setup, so these steps here are not going to apply exactly to you, so I won't go too in depth here, but put all of your air filter stuff back together is the next step. Okay, on the other side now, this side got a lot more going on than the other side, as you can see. As you can see, there is the first bolt that I took out. Number 2 is kind of tucked back in there. You can see it right there underneath that hose. And number 3 is right there to the left. I got all 3 out. Now I'm going to unclip the wire and work on getting the coil pack up out of there. Yeah, same stuff as the other side, just a lot more going on over here. You may have better luck than me, but I'm not having near enough luck pulling these out, just even to get my hands in there to start working these wires loose. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this bolt right there, which will get this stuff out of my way a bit, and I think I'll have a lot easier of a time working it out once I get that done. So you may have to take that out right there where my socket is at in order to get this done. All right, so the first one there and this one here in the back, I was able to get out. This one back here, I had to remove this hose that runs down from port right in here somewhere. I'm just missing it at the moment. Runs down right up from this port right there, down over to that port in there. You can see it right above the spark plug. So I pop that off. It's a little worn, so might even trim a little bit off the end just to make sure it doesn't leak anymore. So this one here, I was barely able to fit it out by twisting it a little bit up on the way, like this. Yeah, so I'm going to get the spark plugs out next with a nice long extension, similar to the other side on the spark plug socket, and work on getting the new ones in. Alrighty, it's not the clearest picture in the world, but you can see I got my spark plugs laid back in there, nice and easy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them back down with the 5/8 spark plug socket. All right, as you can see, got all my coil packs back in. I got my hose reconnected. For some reason I didn't have a clamp up here, so I'm gonna figure out something to put on there temporarily until I get some replacements in the mail. Got the other side hooked up good down there at the bottom, right above that number 6, you can see it. So now I'm just going to reattach this bracket here into that hole. Hook up this hose here that goes up to the top. I'm missing it right now. Right here it is. And we are about back in business. So, almost there. I personally use Rock Auto for almost anything automotive related, unless it's something that I have to have day of. There was a still shot of a new air filter I had to buy because mine was in bad condition. I wanted to replace it on this day. So I went down to my local Advanced and got a new air filter. I think I paid 70, 75 bucks for it. I'm sure I could have found it cheaper on Rock Auto, but I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I hope this video helps you replace your spark plugs or do anything related to what I'm showing you here in this video. If you have any questions, concerns, anything of the sort, comment, send me a message, whatever the case may be. If this video helped you out at all, I'd appreciate a like, a subscribe. I'm going to try to keep stuff like this going and work on more different, even more interesting things. So hope to have you all watch my content again soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.